Greetings, my friends, and thank you for tuning into episode number 8 of the Hometown Moguls podcast. My name is Ryan Yoder, and this podcast is documenting my journey to learn about entrepreneurship by interviewing local business owners and people from within the local business community. Please take a second to like, subscribe, follow, share, whatever you can do to help support the podcast. Please sit back and enjoy. This episode was awesome. I had a lot of fun recording it. Got to talk to Stephen and Crystal, owners of Crystal's Comfort Food, soon to open in Middletown, Delaware. They not only have a very unique menu of different soul and comfort foods available to you, but they also have their own signature line of hot sauces and are developing a line of frozen foods that they can ship out to you just like you were eating it right in the restaurant. So please keep an eye out for the announcement of their official grand opening so you can go in and try their Chaos Wing Challenge. We are recording now, so appreciate you guys jumping on. If you want to go ahead and just introduce yourselves and let everyone know what you got going on.
All right, so I am Crystal. This is my husband, Stephen. We are the owners of Crystal's Comfort Food, a comfort food restaurant that's about to open in Middletown, Delaware, inside of Middletown Crossing. Address is 426 East Main Street, and we should be opening hopefully in about 3 weeks.
So what's the background? I know you guys are moving to the area from, is it Philadelphia, correct?
Yes. Well, we've lived in Delaware for a few years now ourselves, but the business was in Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, which is about 10 minutes outside of West Philadelphia, in between like the airport area. And we were there for 4 years. And due to the pandemic and also due to us living in Delaware and wanting something closer, we decided to close down that location and open up out here.
Okay. Now with the background, have you guys always been in the food industry? Is this something that was kind of a passion project that just took over full time?
Well, I cooked for a little while, but she always cooked for us.
I worked for the family for years. I'm a mom. I got 4 sons in the military husband. So I've been putting together some meals for some years now. We've been married it'll be 12 years this year. So I've been, putting some things together, being creative, but I didn't make it into a career path until 2016. When Steve was getting out of the military. He ended up getting back in, but he was getting out of the military at the time. And we were pregnant with our 3rd son. And it wasn't ideal for me to go back to work. And it was just, I didn't want to just sit at home and do nothing. So I started catering at first. We ended up opening a cleaning company and a catering company around the same time. But the cooking actually kind of took off. So we didn't have time to do the cleaning company. So we just dumped all our time and money into cooking. And like less than a year, we opened up the brick and mortar and it just went from there.
That's great. Now, I made sure after peeking around at the website, just get some information beforehand to snack on something because I knew some of the topics were going to make me hungry. So, what are some of the ideas for the things that are on the menu? Are these things that are you've always cooked? Or are they things you thought up specifically for the business as time went on? Like sweet potato wings? Like, that's crazy. That's awesome.
A little bit of both.
That and us constantly, we try to think outside the box because if you notice, it's a lot of restaurants that they do the same thing. They just kind of change like one ingredient from the same dish. So our theory was we come completely out of the box, something that is going to make somebody say, man, what is that? And that's what our dishes do. And when they try them, they love them.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a very wide selection of unique items. I mean, if you had to pick one item off the list to put in front of someone that's never tried any of it before to kind of give you an idea of what, Crystals is all about, do you have a signature item on the list, something that you would put in front of someone?
Honestly, I would keep it. I would go back to my classic. The very first sauce that we ever made and had for sale was our sweet and spicy. So even though that's one of our basic sauces, it's still our original, our money maker. That was the one that we started introducing to people from day one to let people know what we were about. And that's what caused people to want to continue to come back. Just that one sweet and spicy sauce.
Yeah.
So I would probably cook up some wings and our original batter and then put on our sweet and spicy sauce.
Well, that's the soft spot in my heart is the hot wings. So correct me if I'm wrong. You guys have some experience with a TV experience, some competitions with the wings. What's that's been like along the way?
So what is it, 2016 or 17?
We started competing in 17.
Yeah, 17. We did the Philadelphia Wing Fest. We took third place. That was our first time. Like we had just our brick and mortar was open maybe 2-3 months at that.
I think 2 months.
We 2 months.
September. Yeah.
And we said, well, forget it. Let's just try it. And we went to go try it, and we took third place. And then the second year, I was so mad about third place. We took first place after that every year because I was like, third is nothing. And they brought balloons, and we like, I don't want that. I want first. So after that, we just took first place after that. And every year, we kept bringing more unique sauces, so it draw the crowd even more.
Yeah, we did it 3 years in a row. What was it? Yeah, it had to be 2017. So we did it 2017, 2018, and 2019. 2017, like you said, we won third place for for best tasting mild wings. They actually put our sweet and spicy in the mild category, and we won third place. So the second year, we were like, something wasn't right. We need to come back a little bit better. So we entered those same wings again. And we entered our sweet potato, and we won first prize for mild again, and we won first place for most creative, which was most unique. Third year, same thing, sweet and spicy, our classic, also won first prize again for the best mild, and then champagne. The champagne has a good story behind it. That we bought that from the show that you were mentioning. We were on the Food Network. We made our way to the Great Food Truck Race, season 12. Unfortunately, we got eliminated the second week, but we came home with a lot of ideas, and we came home with that champagne sauce. Yeah. 4 or 5 months later, we entered that into the Wing Fest, and we took first prize again with the most unique with the champagne.
And that's awesome. That and our sweet and spicy has been like
the top sellers.
Yeah, we got a lot of other. We got like 25 other different sauces, but those are our top sellers.
Yeah.
Now, from the idea, say you have this idea of a new sauce, what's the process like as you get more involved of, okay, this is something I want to produce? Do you guys, is it like a production thing in-house? Do you send it off somewhere to actually package it and then send it out from there?
We do everything ourselves.
Okay.
Everything ourselves. It's kind of a process. We'll come up with an idea. We'll go shopping for the ingredients. We'll go in the kitchen, we'll turn on the music, full blast, and we just go to work. And it's more of Steven throwing ideas my way. I'm mixing it up and then stuffing them down his throat to taste. And then we usually use our family as taste testers. And they come together, we start letting them try things. If it's a hit, we put it on the menu. We usually try to do like a wing sauce of the month.
Yeah.
And we introduce that to our customers that way. And if it's a hit, we'll add it to the menu.
Well, like, for example, like you said, you like hot wings, like our chaos sauce. What we did with that, anybody that we real like family friendly. So anybody that came into our show, we always talked to and just had a regular conversation. And we would talk to people, and they'd be like, "You like hot stuff?" And they'd say to us, "Yeah, I like hot stuff." "Oh, you do? Here, try this sauce." And the more people started trying it, that's how we kind of got a feel for it. It's good or it's okay. People like, give us your honest opinion.
We're not afraid to give out samples. we like to get a customer feedback. That's how we've gotten our list up to 25. Because we'll play around with some things, we'll let people taste it, and then we'll go from there.
Now, it sounded like you said Chaos was the name of one of them. Is it something do you have some that are pushing like the Scoville levels? Do you have an idea of like how hot, like pushing in that direction of like almost like a novelty?
Yeah, the Chaos, most of our wings are not that hot. Even the sweet and spicy has a sweetness to it with a little bit of heat creeping behind it. But the Chaos is just heat. So those were never actually meant to be for sale. They were meant to be a competition.
Yeah.
So what we did was we created the hot wings. We allowed people to taste them, and we allowed our customers to name them. Once the customers named them, we voted on them. That's how we got the Chaos name. So what it was you had to eat 10 Chaos wings in 10 minutes with no drink, and you had to see if you can do it. So we made it just a fun thing to see if people try it, and then it went viral. We made it to Good Day Philadelphia. We had the news come out, and they tried the challenge. And then customers started coming in asking, can I just buy 6 of them? So we were like, yeah. I mean, it wasn't for sale. I mean, it's kind of hot. It wasn't like it's not comfortable to sit down and just eat them while you're watching TV, but customers were into it. So that became like sauce number 20. We just put it on the menu and just kept it moving.
Because it's kind of what we was doing.
But they're hot.
Yeah, because like Fox 29 found out about it because we was delivering, we was bringing up our food for Quincy Harris, and he was doing a morning show at the time. So when we brought it to him and we watched them eat it, they thought, oh, it's not that hot. And then like 2 minutes later, they were like, oh yeah, it's hot. The pan stayed there. This is the story we found out. The pan stayed there. Then it just traveled throughout all of Fox 29. And next thing you know, we started getting phone calls. And they came and tried it.
Bring us some chicken. We're like, yeah, of course.
It was crazy after that.
I feel a follow-up episode at some point to document maybe trying the chaos wings or doing the challenge or something. That would be fun.
Of course, definitely. Whenever, because like I said, we make the sauces at home. Our sauces are still for sale right now. Even though the store isn't open, you can purchase the sauces online. Now the chaos is not online because, like I said, I didn't think people would actually want to eat those at home, but we continue to still make sauces for people. We continue to do wing orders for like our customers that were coming all the time. Even though we're not open, we're still open for things like that. So anytime you want to take the challenge, just let us know. We'll get it. See if you can do 10 of them.
Now, looking at the website and your pages and stuff, one of the things that stood out that I really liked was, your it seems like a lot of pride on there. You listed right off the bat, it's family owned, it's Black owned, it's veteran owned. Is that something you feel like shows through to the food? And, they almost say like love is an ingredient that you can taste, like that pride that you're putting in the food. Do you think that stands out?
Definitely. We just came back from the restaurant right now. We came back with all 4 of our boys. Well, 3 of our boys. Our youngest is not with us, but we have 3 of our sons with us at the store.
He's with his grandma.
I didn't mean to say not with us, but yeah. So we try to keep our children involved. Everything that we make, I use the same ingredients, the same seasonings. If it's something that I cook in that same pan that I've been cooking it in, I'll use that same pan. Everything comes from the heart. Everything that we do, we keep it family. As far as like veteran owned, we make sure we push the veteran owned because the cooking, like he said, was my thing. My husband's a military man, always working with his hands, and he has PTSD. So when I started cooking in the kitchen, he really wasn't interested. And so I kind of pulled him into the kitchen like, well, this can help you. This is the coping skill. This will keep you busy. So that was something that we use to help him with his PTSD. And then, like I said, we bring our kids, we cook with our kids. We're starting our YouTube channel, but we do a lot of lives on Facebook and Instagram where we do cooking with the kids. We cook with each other. We try different family recipes. So we make sure to keep everything connected. So that's why when you go on our Facebook, you see that those are our values, that we are Black owned, that we are woman owned, we are vet owned, because that's who we are. Black woman, Black man, military, family. That's it.
That and our food tastes like you cooked it at your house versus you go to like Applebee's or Fridays, not to knock them, but Applebee's or Fridays, and our food tastes completely different. Like she said, you could taste hers come straight out like your grandma or your aunt or your home oven and off that pan and everything.
That's why we named it comfort food. That was one of the main reasons why I didn't go with Crystal's soul food. I didn't go with Crystal's wing hut. I went with Crystal's comfort food because I wanted people to know that when you eat our food, it's an experience. It's not just, oh, those wings were good. It was like, wow, these were something special. You can taste the way they were cooked, what they were cooked in, how they were packaged. Everything is not just fast food, it's a little bit more
production line made or anything like that. It's nothing like that.
Sure. And I mean, you almost kind of touched on it. One of the things I was curious about is, I know just from my day to day and, I only have 2 boys, you have so many different things that you're involved in, opening a new shop, moving, location wise. I mean, how do you balance that out between your family time, your work time? Is there something that you specifically do? I mean, it sounds like the cooking and the food is almost the bond in itself on both ends. But I mean, is there anything that you do that is unique to help you balance that out and for your own mental health?
Besides just sending them to their room now, I'm just joking. We have a lot of support. We do have definitely a lot of family support. So my mother lives in Delaware. So she's always a phone call away. So she's continuously keeping the kids first and stuff like that. Other than that, we kind of keep them with us as much as we can. Because we want to show them what we're doing. We want them to see, mommy is not home because of this. So you come on with me and you can see how hard we work, just so that they understand that where they live and the things that they have is not easy. So we take them with us. We include them. We have them working. And then we have, like I said, we have family support out here. So that helps us a lot too. Other than that, it's a crazy mess in our house every single day, and we just deal with it.
And are there any resources or anything you guys have used to help you as far as learning about actually, forming a business and, developing it to the point it's been, or has it kind of just been trial and error, just shooting from the hip as you go?
I think honestly it's been not more so. It is like a little bit of both. Some more trial by error. A lot of us reading. We learned a lot moving our store out here versus Pennsylvania. That helped us understand that every state is not the same. There's a lot of different rules in these different townships and counties, so it's a lot of reading.
Honestly, for lack of better words, and pun intended, we're just winging it. That's what we're basically out here doing.
Well, now
at some point, I mean, I feel like we've been in business for 40 years and we're still learning. Going to the Food Network, we learned a lot. Being around other business owners, being around Tyler Florence, the host of the show, we took in a lot of stuff. But for the most part, we do a lot of research, we do a lot of reading, and we just go for it. It's really a lot of people ask us, it's like they want a manuscript of how did you get on TV, or how did you do this? And I tell people consistency, grinding, hustling. We've been up probably since 5 o'clock this morning when the European stock market opened. Like we're super busy all the time. I look at it like right now we have the energy, we're young, our kids are still young. We can make it work so that we can, what they say, work hard now so you can play easy later. So it's not easy. It's very hard, but we try to be on a schedule. We try to we put everything into it. So we don't have any other jobs. It's solely our 100% jobs are into our restaurant. So that's what helps us out too.
Gotcha. Now, do you have aspirations, say as things keep going to keep growing bigger and bigger, or do you feel like you would lose that kind of small town touch, just right from the kitchen feel that you've developed, or do you have goals to say have multiple locations at the same time?
At first I was a little nervous about that. At first I was straight just one location. I didn't want my food to begin to, taste different if I can't control it and be the actual one cooking it. But I think opening this new location in Delaware, tweaking the menu just a little bit, and like I said, and learning from when we were on the food show of putting food out quick and prepping and doing things like that. Now I feel like we're in a position to grow and to have different locations and to be able to train people. So our goal eventually is just to have a few. We're not trying to be like the new McDonald's, but we just want to have a few locations. I definitely want to have a drive-through. I think that'll be a big deal. There's not a lot of soul food restaurants or comfort food restaurants that have drive-throughs and stuff like that. So that's the goal. And then we have our sauce line, and we've been working since COVID. We have worked on our Froco line, which is frozen comfort food. So a lot of the things that you see on our menu, we actually cook the same exact way we were cooking in the store, but we freeze it, we vacuum seal it, and we package it and we ship it. So if anything, we would really like to grow the Froco line and the sauce line, and just have a few store locations if we can manage it all. That's cool.
You guys got a lot going on. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate your service as a veteran. You guys have a great, I think, game plan. It looks like you have an amazing setup. I can't wait for you guys to get out and open. Using this platform. I know you don't have an exact date for the grand opening, but what can I do to help promote it? What things can we plug? Where can people find some information about what you got going on?
Okay, so we try to update everybody as much as we possibly can. You can always find updates on our Instagram, which is simply Crystal's Comfort Food. We're on Facebook, the same, Crystal's Comfort Food. Twitter is Chris Comfort Food. That's Chris with 2 S's. Comfort Food on Twitter. And as always, our website, crystalscomfortfood.com. And if you're local in Middletown, we try as much as we can to advertise on the neighborhood Facebook pages when they allow us to, just to keep everybody updated.
Awesome. Well, I'll certainly add all the links for that. When I post this, we'll keep an eye out so we can, share on our page here as, whenever I see you guys post the official grand opening. And I look forward to coming in and seeing you guys.
All right. Well, we look forward to you tasting our food. Like we say, it's not just good; it's so good. So we look forward to getting that soul feeling when you eat. I can't wait.
Just so you know, and for anybody that's watching this, when you do our chaos challenge, we do film you.
Okay.
Just so you know, we film you live and you get posted on our Instagram.
All right.
So just so you know.
I advise you to go and take a look at some of the videos from a little bit while back, just so you can see which you might be walking into, because it's not as easy as it sounds. It's called chaos for a reason.
my bald head may be looking like a strawberry by the end.
Oh, definitely. Like, what is it? Hiccups, then your mouth goes numb, then your nose runs, then you start crying.
Start shaking.
Then you start shaking.
Your knees.
So it's intense, but it is all in fun. People were coming from far away to come and try it. So we look forward to you trying it.
I think we had it had been well over 100 and some people try it, or 200 some people try it. And on our wall, because if you complete it, you win a prize and you get put on our wall of chaos. So we post your picture on that wall. So anytime somebody come in, they know that, yeah, they completed it. Well, on that wall at our old store, we had about 12 people.
Yeah. I think we had about
that's about it.
So, just so you know, it's not easy, but we definitely look forward to and in the meantime, I'm not sure what area you are in, but in the meantime, if you want to try a couple of samples of our sauces, we definitely get them out to you.
All right. Well, absolutely. I'll follow up with you after that, because I'm always down to get some more hot sauce, and especially if it's local, that's the way to go. I appreciate the offer. I'll definitely follow up on it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thank you.